Okay guys, welcome back. Now, this week in math, we're going to be looking at worded problems and place value. But before we get there, there's a sheet in there, laminated sheet, and here it is for you. Yeah, it is to help you with the multiplication that we've been doing the last few weeks. Okay, so as you see, you have the multiplication sign here, 1 to 10, 1 to 10. Very, very easy. Here's the 2's. We did the 2's, okay? You can go over 2 multiplied by 6, go down to where it says 6, 12, okay? Then we've done the 4's, okay? 4 multiplied by 6, 24. The 5's are in the pink. You just join the two numbers. If you say, what's 5 multiplied by 7? You go 5, and you go down to where the 7 crosses it. 35, okay? And then the 10's, okay? 10's are easy, they always end in 0. But this also gives you 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Like somebody will tell us, what is 7 multiplied by 6? We go to 7. Okay? Go down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the 6. Is 42, okay? So it's a grid or a graph, okay, that I want you to keep with you at all times, okay? This should be going up with your sight wall, with everything else which is laminated, your rulers, your times tables, this graph, everything should be together. It's going to help you. It is there to help you, okay? So this graph makes multiplication a lot easier, as I said. What's 9 multiplied by 9? Okay? We find a 9. And we find a 9, okay? And we just join, we just kind of go till they join. And what's the number? 81, okay? So that will be, that's something you keep. That's been at the start of your worksheet. Now, what else has been in your maths? Okay, we have place value. What is place value? We have to decide for a number example. We have it here, 23. We want to know how many 10's and how many 1's make up 23, okay? And it's very easy, but it's extremely important for doing mathematical problems later on. How many 10's in 23? First of all, okay, we went over the 1's, the 10's, even the 100's, okay? Here is the 1's, and here is the 10's, okay? So how many does it have? 20 is 10, 10. So it's got 2 10's. And what about 3? How many 1's in 3? 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 10 plus 10 is 20. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 20 plus 3 is 23. Okay, this is very, very important because we started looking now at doing column math. Okay, if we had 20 plus 3 and we wanted to write it in column math format, it's very important to write it the right way because we could write it two ways. 20 plus, we said 3 was the 1's, okay? 3. Or 20 plus 3. Now, we know from here that the answer is 23. Let's see if our two problems give us that answer. Okay? 3 plus 0 is 3. 2, very good, 23. 0 plus 0, is 0. 3 plus 2, 50. That's why it's important to have the place value between the 10s and the 1s, okay? So that we write the equation properly to get the right answer. This is going to help us when we come along in a few weeks to what we call double-digit addition and subtracting with regrouping. Okay, borrowing, carrying, giving back. Okay, so it's very important to understand how numbers are broken up. Okay, so if you look at any number, 79, 10 or 7 10s, 9 1s. Okay, it seems simple. Once you get it, it is simple, but it is, as I've shown here in this equation, correct, wrong. It is very, very important, okay? These are the rules of maths that we're going to start slowly putting together so that when we come along to more difficult or complex maths, we will understand the rules. So we'll be able to understand, again, the puzzle, putting all the clues together to get the right answer. Okay? So that's it. And as I said, there was another part here. Let me just take this away from you now. Word problems. Okay? Over the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at problems. It's still going to be addition and subtraction. But it's going to tell a little story first, and then you have to figure out if it's adding or if it's subtracting. Okay? And there's a few key words that we have to look at here. Okay? Few key words. So our worded problems. Okay? It's still math. They're still in an equation. But first of all, we have to extract or take out the equation from the little story that's been told, okay? But it all comes down to plus and minus. Everything comes down to it, okay? And I'm going to give you a few words, okay, on it. So there's two things we should look at, okay? There's a story that's been told, okay? And then there'll be a question at the end. And there's a few keywords that we're going to look for, okay? But in the story, what I want you to look for is there's going to be quantities or numbers, digits, how many of something, how many of something else, okay? There's going to be quantities, and at the end there'll be a question, and that will determine if you're going to add these numbers or take them away, okay? For instance, if we say there are 12 ants here, 2 more ants come along. What happens if this said, how many are there now? Or if we say all together. Okay, that would be plus. But if there was difference, that would be minus. Okay? Another few. Both. Okay? How many both? Or join. Okay? Few more. What about the sum? Okay, the sum. These are all examples of plus, all together, both, join, sum. If you see that at the question at the end of that little story, that means that the quantities in the story that you've gathered, yeah, you add them together. Okay? We have difference. We could have takeaway. Or we could have remains. Okay? These words, okay? I have something. I take away something. How much remains? Okay? So these are what's in the worded maths problems, okay? And once you get into that, you have the quantities that you have, okay? The information from that little story. Then you just decide if it's an adding or subtracting, or plus and minus, okay? And then from there, you work it out, and then you get the answer, okay? Again, clues are given. A story, a bit of a puzzle. What does it mean? Do you understand it? Okay? And then you take the information from it, you put it into a normal math equation, and voila, the answer. We'll go across a few here. Okay, there are 12 ants. 2 more come along. 2 more come along, which means 2 more join. Okay, join. How many are there now? Okay, so we had 12. How many are there now? We know that means we want to know the total. Okay, so that's a plus. 12 plus, how many came along? 2. So what's 12 plus 2? Okay. Number 2, I buy 6 fruit on Monday. I must have been very hungry. I buy 6 more fruit on Tuesday. Been very healthy. Okay, so we have 6 and we have 6. Now we have to find out in the question if it's adding or subtracting. How many fruit in all? In all. We want to know all together, in all, okay? So we add, so it's 6 plus 6, okay? The story has told us that equation. You can tell me the answer. Number 3, there are 5 bikes in a race, okay? 7 more join in. Again, that word join in. And the question is, how many in total? Total is another word, okay? That mainly describes plus. You want to know how much in total. How much is everything there? You had 7 and 5 more join, so they join together, okay? So it's 7 plus 5, okay? There are 7 frogs in a pond. 7 more come into the pond, okay? So we had 7 more come in. How many frogs are now? How many, okay? The clue is in the story. They came in, okay? How many now? Okay? So that's a plus, okay? So we know that this is all addition, okay? And number 5, Sally buys 9 ice creams. Oh, wow. Captain buys 4 ice creams. Okay? So we have 9 and we have 4. So we have our numbers. And the question is, how many in all? Which means, again, how many in total? So what do? We add them together. Okay? So this is what word problems is. Figuring it out, then changing it into a math equation, and then solving the problem. Okay, so that's our math this week. We've a little bit more measurement, but you guys seem to be okay in that. So this is the main one is the worded problem and the place value. The place value will be it's going to be very important between 1s and 10s. And later on, we'll be doing hundreds. Okay, so that's it for this week. I hope it helps along with the live online classes. I hope to see you all there. Teacher Ben will be with the Brown Owls class. I, of course, will be with Green Parrots. Any questions, do not hesitate. Go to the Bluebird website messenger, okay? Or you can ask through Zoom. Ask any questions you like at any time. I will answer them at the first available moment. Or when I'm online, you can ask, yeah? It's not only for the students. If you're having a bit of difficulty in understanding something, I'm here to help. I'm here to help everybody possible. Okay, so I'd like to thank you very much for watching these videos. Okay, I hope it helps, and I will see you very soon. Okay, stay safe, and Akon, thank you.